Good morning, guys. I am J0k and
Nightingale,
yeah,
hello.
and we're about to start episode 2 of Yak Talk, where we talk a little bit about what's been happening in Faeria lately.
So, our first topic for today is gonna be a surprise cash tournament organized by Coil Gaming, which had 150 euros in cash $150 in cash prizes. And the surprise with the tournament was that it got announced one day before it started. The format was Highlander, and the winner was Riverwine, and so congratulations to him for that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you play in the tournament?
Yeah, I got to quarterfinals where I lost. I did not go for the had a nice deck, but I did lose because I did not have enough experience. Should have played more Highlander.
All right.
Yeah.
And there's also been another tournament starting, a weekly tournament by A&I. They organized their first Faeria tournament with their partners Glory for Gamers. This is going to be a weekly tournament, and the winner was Triscan. Did you get a chance to watch this tournament, or did you play in it?
No, but I thought it was mainly for French community tournament. Am I mistaken?
It was organized by French people and it was casted in French, but I don't think it was limited to. I mean, I played it. I'm not French.
Okay. Then I'm gonna need to attend it because I did not see any info. Maybe should have looked better. I did not play in that.
All right, and I mean, I did listen a little bit to the stream. I didn't understand anything, but it sounded really nice. I mean, I think it was Arca. Arca was the caster, if I'm pronouncing his name right. That was pretty good.
Okay.
All right, so moving on, we have the top 30 or top 10. We can talk about at least in the last Faeria Friday update. So we got Hithlum in place 1. Is that a surprise?
Yeah, not exactly. I think there are quite a few familiar names, like nearly everybody, except for the second place.
Yeah.
Barcode.
Yes, and I'm so excited about Barcode.
Yeah. So can you explain to our viewers what's the hype behind the Barcode?
Yeah,
because I heard in Discord quite being mentioned.
Yeah, as soon as I saw this, I was like screaming of joy a little bit. The reason is I've been following the professional StarCraft scene for quite some time, and in StarCraft the leaderboards usually look like something like this. Most of the players are using just capital I's and lowercase L's in their names so that people cannot really distinguish them from another player. The reason why they do this is because then they can practice on ladder, play a sort of deck that they have constructed, but then in tournaments they can bring this deck that they have a lot of practice with, but their opponents won't know that they have so much practice with that deck, because you're not supposed to know who this Barcode player is.
But we have currently only one Barcode player, so...
Yeah, I mean, maybe we'll see more. I mean, people are already making a lot of Smurf accounts. I'm hearing popular streamers talk about him, and we already see Cappuccino with 2 accounts here in the top list. But yeah, the thing about the barcodes is really exciting because it tells me that people want to practice a lot, but they don't want to give out any information to their opponents.
There is also the fact that you actually do not want to lose rating on your main account, which is why you're playing Smurf account. I do hope they will address this issue in the future.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think moving on.
Yes.
So there was a third tournament. This week was kind of rich on the tournaments, which is Go Faeria weekly tournament was first one. Unlike this had single elimination rule and wild format. The winner for this was Garma. Congratulations to him. But this was not a cash tournament, though the prizes were provided by Abracam, like Pandora tickets and gold, and the amounts seemed kind of nice. So props for Go Faeria for organizing more tournaments. If like right now we have two weekly tournaments or three weekly tournaments, which is kind of a lot.
It's very much, but it's great because sure. It's sometimes difficult for people to find the time to participate in a tournament, and then there's more options. It's easier for people to join.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of tournaments, I did interview Turtle from Coil Gaming just the other day. He's one of the admins and one of the tournament organizers. I'll link you the YouTube link.
I think it's in Reddit. You can find the link, at least right now. It's kind of easy to find.
Yeah, and while talking to him, he explained a little bit about the background of Coil Gaming and what they're doing. And I mean, you should check it out. We made it short. It's like 10 minutes or so. One thing I would like to say also is that he's looking for some help. They need people to help with administrating the tournaments. It's very easy work, he says. I mean, I don't have any idea how it works. He says they can teach you, and it's they would appreciate all the help they can find.
Well, coming from the Magic the Gathering tournament organizer, it's not really hard organizing the tournament. It's the situations that arise during the tournament that are sometimes hard to deal with, but generally speaking, it comes with experience, and it's not hard to learn at all.
Yeah, and this is going to be, at least for now, not a paid position. This is just helping out because you're passionate about the community and you want to help it out.
Like most of the Faeria stuff right now is.
Yeah. All right, so that's it about the tournaments, I think.
Yep.
But we still have more winners. There was this Wiki contest where people could edit the Faeria Wikipedia to update it with all the new informations. And the winner of this, what do you call it? Not the tournament.
It's not a tournament, it's a community event.
Yeah, the winner of this community event was Network Janitor, followed by...
great name.
Yeah, it's really great. Drago Pierrot was second place, and then we got Black Sphere, The Shadow Effect, and Humble Ice on third, fourth, and fifth.
Yep. So thanks to them for updating the wiki so much, because the previous version was really outdated.
Yeah, it was really outdated.
Need to check it a bit more, because there was lore which I'd love to read a bit more. And other things. There
is, of course, more people who were helping out, and none of you are forgotten, but we're not going to talk about you now. We don't have time. Sorry.
Yep.
Thank you for everyone. Thank you to everyone that helps out with that stuff.
Yeah, and there was an announcement from Dan concerning the feedback, because lately the Faeria Discord channels are kind of quiet. There are many reasons for that. One of them is that people are waiting for Pandora and spending time on the other stuff. So would you like to explain about the announcement, J0k?
Yeah, so basically they did a little bit of an announcement about how they process feedback. And if you haven't read it, it basically says they will read everything and they appreciate everything. Both positive and negative feedback is very welcome. Doesn't matter if you type it in the Discord channel or on Reddit or in the Steam forums, or if it's like one sentence long or an entire article about something. Everything that we can tell them about the game, they very much appreciate it, and they read everything. They don't have time to respond to it, of course.
Yeah, it's like choice. Either they spend all the time responding, or they spend the time actually improving those parts.
Exactly. So keep giving them feedback. That's it's really important to help the developers do the correct decisions. And also, if you have seen, for example, a lot of people complaining about Yellow Rush, that it's too strong, and you feel the same, That doesn't mean, like, just because other people already said it doesn't mean you shouldn't. The more people who voice their opinion, it's also helps them to know that there's a majority of people thinking something.
Yeah, because if there is only one people complaining, it can just be opinion. But when there are 10 people complaining, then that could be called a tendency.
Yeah.
And which needs to be fixed. So yeah, if you have some issues, just say them, but try to not to be too annoying, because that tends to provide opposite results.
Yeah, I saw a beautiful post today actually in the Faeria forums, the official forums, some feedback. I'm not going to talk about it now, but go check it out. It was beautiful.
Forums, they're still live. I mean, do people actually go there?
I go there every day.
Okay, because
But,
I don't think there are many others.
No, I'm a little bit lonely, but I try to keep it alive. All right, so let's move on.
So, Kappa Council, last week, basically similar show, but talking for a bit longer and more in depth. And I was participating in that. We talked basically on the same topics, but there were other things we did as well. Like there was what was the site? Play Faeria's administrator. He was talking a bit about his side of things and quite a few other topics. So if you have time and interested in listening about Faeria, definitely go check the Kappa Councils.
Yeah, it's on MetagamingTV on YouTube and on Twitch. And I think the last episode was, to me at least, very, very interesting. It was a lot of fun to hear about the Play Faeria history.
Mm-hmm.
That was, to me, very interesting. And speaking of MetagamingTV, they have just recruited a new streamer for their Twitch. It's Scourge13. He's also been appearing on Kappa Council.
Yep.
So you should definitely go check out their Twitch and follow them. It's,
speaking of recruitments, there are quite a few teams, new teams going around. So, wanna tell us about them, J0k?
Yeah, first I'm gonna put up this beautiful logo. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is the logo of Team Element. Team Element is a brand new team with Motto HS and Blackscape. They put it together and then they invaded Radar. They have a Twitch team. If you go to twitch.tv/team/Team Element, you can find them and follow them. And they're also on Twitter, Element Faeria, they're called there. The purpose of this team is to create content to the community. They want to write guides, they want to stream, they want to make instructional videos, and also arrange and cast some tournaments. That's like the goal of their team.
So basically, not a competitive team, but a community team.
Yes, and I'm really happy to see those popping up.
Yeah, it's really good to have those teams as well. More important for community than competitive teams.
Yeah. So, and that's one of the teams that I wanted to talk about. And then we got Team Kraken.
We did talk about them last episode, but now we have some additional info. Is that correct?
That is correct. And so now we know their lineup. Team Kraken is consisting of Squiddelicious, J0k3se, I'm not sure if I say this correct, Sagitter, Sapphire, Capone, and Macron. And they are looking to make like a more competitive team. They want to compete in team tournaments whenever they come up, and Squiddelicious has some experience leading similar teams from other games like Scroll.
Yeah.
So, and I got the info today that we can expect more information tomorrow, so keep an eye out.
Interesting. Really glad more teams come up. Maybe we will be getting team tournaments. That would really be cool.
Yeah, I mean, Crow and I have been talking about putting something like that together when the time allows it.
Yeah, now on slightly different from competitive topic and closer to the flavor. We have a new art. and some stories to share.
Yeah, so I want to start with this one because it's my favorite. So Hunted Outlaw is getting brand new art, and this just looks insanely good.
Yeah, yeah, it's really nice.
This
Now,
is
if only the card was as nice.
well, I will play the card because of the art. This
Wow.
is so pretty. I will play the card. That's no question about it.
Well, yeah. Well, the card was broken at one point. It had to be nerfed, which is where it is now. But the art is really cool, and there is also the Tale of the Krog.
Yes.
Really fun to read. I did imagine Krog to be slightly different, but this is also really fun and nice.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I had a lot of fun reading this. You'll have to pause the video if you watch this on YouTube if you want to read it, or just go to faeria.com because I'm not going to leave this up for too long. And then we also got to see this beautiful masterpiece.
Yeah, new art for Krog. So now he will get to crush games with a new and fine art.
Yeah, so this is basically a buff to Krog, right? Because he looks even more cool right now.
Because now you have to play him because he has the art. And you actually, well, nowadays we see a lot more Krogs than we used to because Unbound Evolution and Dragons gets you Krog.
Yeah.
So, and from the I think that's it for the flavor, right?
Yep. I think so. And next thing, I actually wanted to talk about one of the community members of Faeria. I want to talk about Crow. He's casting a lot of tournaments lately. Some of them with me, some of them without me. And I just wanted to take the moment to say how great he is, and everyone should let him know how great he is.
Yeah, sure. Like I do. I don't really listen that much, but when I end up listening, it's nearly always the Crow, and his commentaries are really good. So one of the best casters for Faeria out there. Yeah. And I do consider you like on par there, like at the same. Hate, like you're also pretty good at casting Faeria, so.
Well, I don't think I'm just as good as Crow, but thank you. Another person who's really good at casting is Atmas, but we don't see him cast too often, unfortunately. But he's really good.
Well, he does have other things regarding Faeria he has to do.
He's a little bit busy with other stuff, yeah.
He did cast last weekend, I think.
Yeah, I did cast some time ago. I don't remember exactly when it was, but
I'm pretty sure he was casting last week's Saturday. Was it Solar Rumble or Lunar Rumble? Lunar Rumble. I think he was casting it.
All right. Yeah, I remember something. It's been a week. I mean, I can't remember things happening that long ago. If it's not in my document here, I don't remember it.
Okay.
All right. So that's my favorite caster, Crow. So now I want to talk about one of my favorite content pages for Faeria, which is Play Faeria. They've been doing some really nice articles lately. My favorite is the community highlights. And it just so happens that they also wrote about me, which I enjoyed very much. But today, or was it yesterday, they also published their interview with Scream 112 from MetagamingTV, which is also really fun to read. And previously they have also done Cappuccino, which we saw previously is one of the best players in the game. And
at least one who plays the game the most.
Yeah, he plays it really a lot.
That's one of the main reasons.
He streams also a lot, and you should check him out. He's really fun to watch. He makes so many crazy decks. I love it. But Play Faeria do more things than just writing about our community people. They also write some like guides. Aquablad has been making a few videos about Highlander deck building and also about how to build a red control deck.
Yeah, which is kind of both are really relevant right now, because red control, while not the best deck, is one of the better decks in the format.
Yeah.
To play.
So go to playfaeria.com and check those out. Can strongly recommend it. And Aquablood also makes some videos which are really easy to follow, and they're not long, so you can, even if you don't have too much time, you can watch it. It's really good.
Yeah. And while we're on the topic of articles, I have one article I have released already, which is about evaluation of the board state. I do hope people find it useful. And second article will be a tutorial, like a guide for beginners in Pandora, which I will release as soon as Pandora hits. So you can expect that.
Yeah, you also have some other articles already on the same page. I will link you to these articles in the YouTube video. And yeah, you're not the only one. I mean, you and Playfaeria are not the only one writing guides. We had Lou90 make some incredible videos about his Yellow Rush deck and also Yellow Control deck. And you can find them on Reddit. I'll also link them in the video when it's up on YouTube. And the Yellow Control deck especially caught my attention, because this is one of the first sentences that Lou said when the video starts. Yellow Control is probably one of the strongest decks right now. It has a very high win rate. On my second account, I climbed from rank 10 to God, losing only 3 or 4 games, only playing Yellow Control. So that's how strong it is if you know how to play it. And if you watch his videos, he will tell you how to play it. So now we can see a lot of Yellow Control probably coming up.
We already see a lot of Yellow Control. There are so many on the ladder right now.
Yeah, he posted this video like a few days ago. So,
well, I think there were plenty even before. I am personally playing Yellow Rush, which I find success with because it's fast. But yeah, Yellow Control is I think the best deck in the format, like Lo says.
All right. It's a very strong deck, that's
and
for
I
sure.
have heard other players saying same things, that Yellow is currently the strongest.
All right. And yeah, so we're not done there. We also have Radar, who wrote a very long tactic and strategy guide. And it's you can find it in the Faeria forum or on Reddit.
Somehow I missed it. What is it about?
It's
in a nutshell.
It's just like how you should think, and just a lot of general things you should think about when you play Faeria. It's quite long, but it's easy to follow. Definitely recommend everyone to check it out.
I'm gonna read it after this, because I totally missed this, since the forums are kind of not the place I go to.
Yeah, he's talking about things like card advantage and how you can take advantage of things like that, and how to gain value.
Okay.
Similar to your articles a little bit.
But yeah, if it's basics, they are bound to be similar.
Yeah, exactly.
And last topic, I think with this we are finally finished with the articles. Quite a few of them this week, which is surprising considering how low Faeria was on players last week.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, considering about the low numbers, current Pandora status is around 91 or 92%. So we can expect it somewhere around next Friday. Well, not around, but I think in the beginning of the week, or Friday at latest. At least it seems like this. We will be getting the Pandora finally out.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken or misunderstood the last announcement, with Pandora there is also going to be a bunch of other cool changes.
Yeah.
Be it balance changes, I'm not sure exactly what they're going to bring out, but I'm always excited, because even though I feel like the game is in a good place right now, every single update that the devs have done so far, I feel, are in the right direction. So even if I don't see the problem now, when they point it out to me, I'm gonna go like, oh yeah, right, that's clever, that's good.
There is the game. The next patch is really going to shake up the game.
I like that.
Like they said, there are quite a few changes to the cards.
All right. So we have that to look forward to, unfortunately, or I don't know if I should say unfortunately, but tomorrow I'm going to Spain, so I'm going to be away for a week, so it's going to be really nice, but it's a lot of things happening in Faeria right now that I'm going to miss, but I'll catch up when I get back.
Well, we're still in the early access, and it's good. Like, this is not Blizzard. We always have things happening here.
Yeah. So I think that was it for today.
Yep, that was probably a bit longer than we intended, but really, I think we did discuss quite a bit.
Yeah, we had, again, a lot of topics. So if you haven't checked out MetagamingTV's Kappa Council, you should do that, and they will probably give you something next weekend, and then we will fill in the weekend after that. We try to do it every other weekend.
Yeah. So,
all right, thank you, Nightingale, for joining. And
thank you for casting, J0k3se.
Have a good night.
Yep, same to you. Bye.
All right, bye-bye.